We finally got college football. But before you get online and start your road to the college football playoffs, you need to do this. What up, family? You already know who it is, and I'm back to talk college football, online games to be exact. But before we get into all that, I want to say congratulations again to Sanchez for winning the giveaway. But you already know what I'm finna ask you to do. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button. It's only a thumb movement, and it helps me out tremendously. Now let's get into this info. So the first thing we need to talk about is how you really want to pass the ball, because that's one of the first things. So you go to your game settings and you drop down all the way to where it's going to say passing type. Now you have placement accuracy, you got classic passing, you got revamp passing, which is the new one, and you got the placement only passing. I chose placement accuracy because I like the way the ball goes. I still got to do a little bit more work on it so I can get a little air underneath the ball, but that's why I like it. When you're dealing with the revamp passing, you get the air under the ball and you can sort of go like the old style where you guide it left to right and you can kind of get the ball where you want it to go. But for me, with the placement accuracy, I'm able to drop the ball down in certain tight windows that you wouldn't necessarily be able to do with the revamp passing. So that's why I like it. I mean, it's whatever you want to do, but that's just telling you what I like. So this is one of the first things you want to take a look at, and I would say go into the practice mode and try each one and see which one best fits your play style, and then go from there. Next thing you want to do is you want to try to get this kicking down. I'm telling you, this kicking is an issue. So the first thing you want to do, you see where you got the training tab up here. You can go to mini games. Once the mini games open up, you can, pick your team. I'm always going to pick Michigan. We already know what that's going to be. You know what I'm saying? We ain't too dumb about that. We know who I'm picking. But from there, it's going to go ahead and load up. And once it loads up, you want to go to special teams and you want to drop the field goal accuracy. So with this field goal accuracy, it's basically just allowing you to kick, and you're just dealing with the same type of kicking meter as you would do in the game. And this just helps you get more practice at it. And as you can see, the wind's gonna blow. There's certain things that's gonna throw you off that you gotta try to time and get good at, and make sure you don't hit in that red. But man, this kicking definitely will help you. This training right here will help you get better at the kicking, because this kicking is hard to do. Trust me. I played a couple of my friends just to try to get cool with it, and we were missing field goals left and right. So I'm telling you, practice this, because you gonna need it. All right, so the most important thing we really got to get used to is the offense and defense. And some of these adjustments are familiar to Madden, but then some are different as well. And so what you're going to do is go right to your training tab, go to open practice, go in and hit that. Make sure you got two controllers so that you can be able to control both sides, because it just makes sense and it'll make it easier that way. Then you go to both teams, you select whatever defense you run. You want to make sure that you have that selected under your team selection. So I'll say I run the 4-2-5. Then you'll go to ready, and then we go from there. Y'all let me know too how y'all like the game, man. What do you think about it? Let's have a conversation in the comments. What do you like? What don't you like? Some of the tackling makes me upset, but other than that, I am enjoying this game. And the usering is not like on Madden. You got to pick your assignment and stick with it, because you're just not going to click off and willy-nilly run anywhere. And I'm having an issue right now with that switch stick, because every time I tap it, I end up on the way right side of the screen or the way to the left side. So I got to get the hang of that. But that's just me. But y'all let me know what's going on down below, man, in the comments. Just let me know. Let's have a conversation. But now let's look at this formation, right? You can pick whatever formation you want that you feel comfortable with and whatever the play is going to be. And you can do the same for the defense. And let's just pick this and let's go there, right? So what we really want to do is we want to get comfortable with all the options that you have as far as your hot routes, your audibles, everything that you can do. So like case in point, when you look at your hot routes and you look at X, which is Morris, he's on the outside. So since he's the outside receiver, as you can see, he has a different set of routes that he can run when you're dealing with the actual directional stick, compared to, let's say, if I do hot routes for Samaj Morgan, he doesn't have the same ones because he's the inside receiver, so he's a slot receiver. So you want to know that your inside guy is different than your outside guy in the routes that they have. When it comes to this stem routing, right, you gotta hold the little LB and then push up or down on it, and it'll actually move it. So let me show you. I'll go with A, which is, we'll go custom, and then as you can see, I'm able to press down or up on the left stick, and it's going to adjust this route. So that's how you do it. You can go all the way up or all the way down, however you want to do it. Now, some routes won't do it depending on what the route is. Like some of your crossers don't do it, and your slants don't do it. But if you have actual routes that you run, those are the ones you're able to manipulate how far the yardage is. So you want to do that, you can go in here and look at your blocking, see full side. You can block your whole side to go to one side or the other. You can do half the side of your line and go to one side or the other. Double team. You can set base, and you can mic ID. Now you have to keep this. You have to hold LB the whole time to do this. So it's going to be LB and what is it, L1 for PlayStation. So you're going to have to hold this the whole time. And this is going to be your adjustments for there, right? But when you look at the defensive side of the ball, which we're going to right now, they have their own set of things too, where you can see the composure as well as the wear and tear, everything that you can see there before with the matchups and everything like that. But now where things get a little different is when you tap Y, what comes up is now you can show all these fake coverages where you can go to a cover 2, and then they'll go to a cover 2 look even though you're actually in a cover 3. That's the look you'll get. That's what they were talking about as far as where you can disguise your coverages. So you bring that up with that by pressing Y or triangle. You can adjust your guys to shade inside, outside, over the top, underneath, just like normal Madden things. So that's sort of done where you can show blitz if you wanted to in the same look, and they'll give you like a blitz look, and you can still adjust some of your corners routes and give the wide receiver a little cushion, especially if those guys are speedy receivers. You want to give them some cushion. But again, what you really want to do is just come in here and understand everything that's an option for you on defense and offense, because when you get online, you know how that game go and your heart start pumping and you start trying to win and you playing against a team you probably hate and you want to win. So my best advice to you is hop into the practice field, learn the mechanics, run plays, know what your bread and butter is, know what your offensive playbook looks like. I'm not one of these guys that's going to run and try to go switch different playbooks. I'm just going to run with Michigan's playbook. Now, defensive-wise, I know what I like to run, so that's why I've switched my defense. But offensively, I'm just going to run with that. But again, you're going to have to practice. That's all I'm telling you. So the best way for you to prepare for online is to come in here and practice it where it's muscle memory, so that you can go in here and make all your adjustments real quick and you can ball out. And that's a fact. So what you think? You think this is going to help you or not? Because I know it's going to help me because I'm already doing it. I've had the game for about 8 hours now, and I'm on. Staying in there, practice mode, played a couple of my friends, but staying in the practice mode. That's what we're doing. If you got battle buddies you can play with, then I would advise you to play with your friends. Like, go ahead and learn the game with them too as well. But this is really going to help you when it comes to that online mode, because once we get on that online, we already know we're trying to win championships. We ain't trying to be victims, man. That's just what it is. You don't want to be no victim. So you got the game, 3 days ahead? So I'm telling you, by Friday, when everybody else get it, you should be cooking. But if you like the content, you already know what I'm finna tell you to do. Subscribe. Come on, man. Kick it with your aunt. We at the cookout table and we talking football, man. You already know that. So come on and sit down and grab a seat, man. Grab you something to drink and kick it up with the fellas, man. And if ain't no one told you that they love you today, just know that Jesus loves you. Peace and love.